President Biden's own Department of Defense calling his botched withdrawal from Afghanistan a propaganda gift to China. Quote, the People's Republic of China employed multiple diplomatic tools in an attempt to erode U.S. and partner influence, highlighting the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. First U.S. Air Force and Space Force Chief Software Officer Nicolas Chaillan joins me now. Nicolas, great to have you here. How damning is this report from, we have to always highlight this, Biden's own Defense Department?
As you've seen, the fact that the Biden administration has to admit this publicly is telling, because you cannot hide these kind of results. Effectively, we gave the biggest gift to the Chinese Communist Party. They were able to negotiate with the Taliban months before the Taliban taking over Afghanistan and get access to the mining rights, and in the process take over the entire economy of the nation.
You can't unring a bell, but is the Biden administration doing anything going forward to win back the trust and confidence of our allies so that countries like China, like Russia, can't take advantage of what we did in Afghanistan?
Yet to see it, but again, that shows you the importance of having a very strong military and also administration. And what you see here effectively is the Biden administration continuing to lack in leadership. And what you see here with Afghanistan, but also in China and Ukraine, is now effectively showing the results of this lack of leadership. And effectively, you end up in a situation where we are now at war with China. China is now taking over many of the U.S. industries, and I've yet to see the administration take any action to address it.
Speaking of China, China vowing to crack down on hostile forces as hundreds of COVID-19 lockdown protesters are wreaking havoc across the nation while demanding the communist leadership step down. We have seen this crackdown on protesters really escalate by the CCP over the past 48 hours. Nicolas, what happens in the next 48 hours?
Obviously, we have to be very careful. A lot of people are hoping that the Chinese people are going to be able to stand against this kind of Chinese Communist Party regime. And let's face it, they have killed millions of people over the last 75 years to take control of the power in China. That's not going to happen. The CCP is not going to let the Chinese people to win this battle, and they will bring the tanks and continue to kill Chinese people that are opening up and talking. You've seen them use technology, including machine learning, to be able to track people using white papers to officially protest peacefully. And yet, again, the Biden administration not really doing anything to help the Chinese people.
I think you're right in the sense that Xi Jinping and the CCP aren't going to say, oh, well, people are protesting, let's all resign. But will China end up lifting those draconian COVID lockdowns as a result of these protests?
They have started to do that a little bit, but let's face it, the Chinese people are seeing what's happening with the World Cup, with hundreds of thousands of people meeting and without any masks. And yet in the meantime, you see 10 Chinese people dying in a fire because of being locked in their apartments with no ability to get out of the building. And so that's obviously going to create tensions. And the Chinese people are tired of this regime that's really controlling their entire lives and not giving them any ability to succeed at any kind of scale, despite Apple CEO continuing to pretend otherwise.
Is Joe Biden actually hurting the power of these protesters by not coming out more forcefully in support of them?
Absolutely. I think it's a very tremendous lack of leadership, again, because that's the opportunity for the United States to give a chance to the Chinese people to finally fight back against the Chinese Communist Party. This happened back in 1989, and that's not something you see every day. And it's the first time, really, it's unprecedented that we see the Chinese people openly calling for the President Xi to step down with the CCP as well. So we need to hopefully take action to help and push it slowly but surely, so the CCP can finally leave the control of the China to the Chinese people.
And we know if the roles were reversed, Xi Jinping and the CCP would be trolling Joe Biden and the United States extremely hard. Yet more or less crickets from Joe Biden with regard to China. Nicolas Chaillan, thank you, sir.